Lower rates, I'm going to be giving a quick guide on Block.io Cubewarfare build. I'm going to be going over four in this video. The first one involves a double barrel and is not all that far from being a melee, where you have to get extremely close to get kills. It works like that, although snipers are an issue, especially when I have to kill someone else, because you can technically get two kills with one reload, but it's pretty hard to get more than one. Like even there, I didn't even get a kill. There I did. The main purpose of this build is just pick off a few kills, get some points earlier on. Like I'm just getting some points right now. I already got my first perk, so that's Agent Up. It just does a bit more damage, which is really helpful for shotgun in my opinion because it's great at just increasing damage since all the shrapnel get a damage boost. It's not an absurd amount of damage or anything, but each can do around 15, which is very often enough to kill a person. And now I got my second perk, which is Air Spring, and this allows me to double jump and makes it a lot easier to move around. And okay, I also got my final perk, which is Speedy. This just makes me faster, which is always really useful in the blocks in general. It's especially useful in cube warfare. All right, that's the end of the round. And as you can see, I was only there for like a minute or two. I got a 6.0 KDR. That's better than practically anyone in the lobby. Sure. For this next one, I'm going to be showing you something pretty similar, but just slightly different. And that would be you're running the same perk, but you're using, I forgot what the gun's called, but it's basically an SMG. This one, it's slightly better in my opinion, but it does depend on your playstyle. Like I've played both quite a bit. I generally prefer this SMG one, but it's not that big of a difference or anything. It's just that the SMG you can get more kills at one point, like if they're grouped up. Whereas double barrel, it's easier to get a single kill, but it's a little bit annoying to get more than one. Alright, so I didn't change it last game, so I'm gonna try to die there. And now I should have selected, yeah, the MP40. It's literally just an SMG, but it's a really good gun. Okay, yeah, just ignore that one. It does take a little bit of time to get used to. Like when I started with it, I was not very good. Oh, okay, what was it? But yeah, don't worry if you're just picking off some damage in the start. You don't need to be getting kills. Like it can be helpful to get kills because you're also getting damage. But the basic idea is still the same. But I'm gonna get a decent run going with it because this is embarrassing so far. Now the main weakness of the double barrel was the sniper, which is still a very valid weakness for this SMG. But I do think that what's a bigger issue is this M16 because it does take like 100 tokens to unlock, so that's the same as getting 100 kills on your account. But that's honestly not too hard if you just play a few games. Uh, and it's basically just like an upgrade AK-47. Alright, that's fair enough. But yeah, then you get unlock the same perk and you use them similarly. Next, I'm going to show you what's the sniper. This one, I think it's a little bit contentious what you should go for. But I like this setup where health up, heal now, and health up again. This is the most health you can have, but that's because the sniper has lots of damage, the highest of any single attack. Like I don't know if you land all the shotgun hits and if that's more, but yeah. And the scope is also really good. For this, I'd recommend getting high in a position where you can see a lot of the map. And aside from that, it's mostly just aim and don't take way too much damage. I already got my first perk unlocked, and I got my second unlocked. You know, also they changed it to a stake instead of a bar. I don't know if you guys were playing back then, but it's a little worse. But still, I have this like little box that I can hide behind for it. Now, this is a little bit frustrating about playing with a sniper. Most of the good positions you won't actually really be able to do like that. That is the first person I found in a while because all of them. Oh, what did I click? Okay, and you might, and while using a sniper, you might have to use your pickaxe for a bit. So I recommend getting decent at PvP as well because if you have to go close range, it's much easier to use the pickaxe. And then you can just heal right up with that. Then when you get your final perk, you're not unkillable or anything, but it does take a lot of time to actually kill you. Because you end up with 160 HP, and if you're paying attention to like if you're getting attacked or not, you kind of have more because well, you could just heal with the stake. I think it heals you like 50 or so. But yeah, now I have 160 max HP. It's like it takes two body shot. It doesn't even take. You need more than two body shots for the sniper to kill me. Now that is the main weakness of a sniper if someone gets close. Now the final one, it uses this M16, but you can supplement that with AK-47. It's not much worse, it's just a little bit worse in my opinion. For this, I recommend using Health Up, Air Spring. Sneaky also works, but I just prefer Air Spring because double jump's really good and speedy. This isn't that different from something like the SMG, but this one focuses a little bit more on survivability. So yeah, you can just pick off some easy kills like this. Somebody's attacking me from behind. This wasn't designed as much for spraying as the SMG was, but it also does do good damage and it's generally consistent and good at everything. Like here, I want to hit that person, I can. Whereas if I was using the SMG, that would do like no damage. But I would say these are the three best. So I'm just gonna show like I'm just gonna explain the best part of each. So M16 is best for hybrid, where like I can be up there and still hit people down here. N- and then you still have like good movement, so it's not like you're just gonna die if somebody you close range. But the issue is you're worse at close range than someone with a SMG and worse at long range than someone with a sniper. So it's great for like in general, it's a great jack of all trades, but it's not particularly good at anything. Then there's the sniper, which is by far the best for long range. I've seen people supplement it for what for the tar. Oh, I'm right. But the tar is just a worse sniper. Basically, it just takes more time to kill. so I don't necessarily recommend it, but it is useful. And in general, I like the tar to just kind of like break the monotony because I this is probably the game I've played the most. Uh, as you can see, I've almost gone 6,000 kills on this account alone. So yeah, it's really useful for me to just break the regular basically. But aside from that, I don't recommend using it. There's also a pistol. I've seen good subs with it. I just don't understand how they work, honestly. I've also seen people use pickaxe primarily, which is interesting, but I definitely recommend using a gun. Because if you're using the pickaxe for its close range abilities, then double barrel and and then the double barrel and SMG are better for her, just because they're more reliable since you have at least a bit of range or you have more damage. As that was like the main perk, as you just saw, like me basically crossing the map in one jump. That's the main perk of double jump and speedy mixed together, especially on this map with the ice because ice speeds you up. Then there's double barrel and SMG. Both of them are useful for close range and and honestly they serve largely the same purpose, but there is one difference. On recoil, I recommend using the double barrel because it's more of like one reload, one kill. Whereas SMG, you can get like I've got I think like 5 kills with one reload, so you can get lots of kills with just one reload. That's not an issue. Which basically means that it's better for teams because teams a lot of times players group together, whether that be by choice or not. Like here, there are two people. A double barrel would kind of struggle to deal with it, but an SMG would like destroy them. Now, if I were to just find just one person by themselves, double barrel is very often better, but it's not by all that much. Whereas SMG is a good bit better than double barrel in terms of dealing with teams. So in general, I recommend starting with either an SMG or a sniper because you just don't have this gun. The AK-47 does work as an alternative, but it's not the best or anything. Like, it's basically just a worse version of this. But you can find success with all the guns as long as you just practice a lot. Like as you can see, I hardly play this game, but I mean, I hardly play this gun, but I'm still doing pretty well with it. Like it's not as good as I would ideally be, especially with SMG. Yeah, but this is where SMG would shine. There's like 7 to 8 people at close range. You would probably get through them in like 1 or 2 reloads. It would also be faster because it's built to spray, which means that it just shoots faster as well. Anyways, that's it for this video. See you guys later.